Good morning, sir and madam. Thank you very much for the time. First, let me introduce my team. There are Mr. Gultom, Mr. Farid, Mr. Lestari, Ms. Lahallo, and Mr. Akbar. We are from Indonesia Defense University Study Program of Sensing Technology. Presentation is cyber-based defense technology development of the Six-ware cyber framework to enhance the implementation of national defense system in the city of Batam. In this content, we will discuss about first, introduction, second, method, third, result and discussion, and last, the conclusion. Background. The industrial sector and various related companies are the daily targets of multiple types of cyber attacks carried out by individuals or initiated by rival companies. The most apparent cybersecurity vulnerabilities in Industry 4.0 system consist of vulnerabilities in control system, protocols, unprotected connections, neglect of periodic infiltration tests, inability to manage network devices, and untrained personnel effectively. Formulation of the problem. Every agency or industry has moved towards the Industrial Revolution 4.0, which is increasingly interconnected so that it is increasingly inseparable from the cyber world. Meanwhile, the agents, government and private, are also an integral part of a country's defense capability so that it is possible to become the target of cyber attacks. Therefore, it is crucial to ward off cyberspace threats, especially in strategic locations of the country, such as the city of Batam. So then we need to measure their cyber defense capability. Accordingly, the proposed Six-ware cybersecurity framework as a measurement framework for cyber defense capability still needs testing. Research purposes. Based on the background, the formulation of the problem, and the two research questions, the purpose of this study is to first, analyze the capability of cyber defense technology at the Office of the Mayor of Batam, BP Batam, Uniba, NDP, and Airnav Batam against cyber threats or attacks. And second, assesses the ease of implementation of Six-ware cybersecurity framework in measuring cyber defense capability at the Office of the Mayor of Batam, BP Batam, Undiba, NDP, and Airnav to improve Syshanik in the city of Batam. This research was conducted using mixed methods, a study by combining two forms of research approaches that combine quantitative and qualitative research. In this mixed methods research, we use a convergent design that is gathering quantitative and qualitative data, combining the two data, comparing the results, and explaining all discrepancies in the results. Data collecting technique and sampling. In collecting qualitative data, we use structured interview techniques such as conducted by Gultom, while quantitative data collection techniques are through the distribution of questionnaires to respondents. For this reason, we have visited Batam for 7 days to collect data. Interviews were conducted with IT experts as the representative of each agency to map each of the cyber problems. Meanwhile, we also distributed questionnaires which based on the measurement indicator of the framework proposed. We use simple random sampling. The estimated total population from 5 loci is 180 employees, so that we solve in formula with confidence levels of 90%. We have to research with 64 respondents or more. The interview technique used in this study was a structured interview as a data collection technique with suitability of qualitative question and quantitative questionnaires. Thus, the assumption and that this study requires qualitative data related to the indicators in the survey. The quantitative, therefore, the interviewer has prepared a research instrument in the form of prepared question. With this structured interview, each respondent is given the same subject by the interviewer, and then the data collector records it. Also, with this interview, researchers can use several interviewers as data collectors, and data collectors must be given training in order to have some same ability. Data analysis. The validity of qualitative data is carried out by triangulation techniques, while the statistical rules do the validity of quantitative data. Besides, we use crouch-based alpha reliability and the criterion validity with correlation techniques. Quantitative and qualitative were analyzed and then presented in the form of descriptive statistics, graphs, inferential statistics, and matrix results of interviews annotations. The results of the quantitative and qualitative analysis are compared and discussed for input into conclusion. The researchers agreed to formulate the Six-ware cybersecurity index using simple calculation for quantitative data that should be easily interpreted. Results: the quantitative research data obtained with 83 respondents questionnaires from 5 loci according to Figure 3.1. The instrument reliability test was calculated using crouch-based alpha, the validity test by assessing the correlation among variables. The results of the reliability and validity are shown in the following Table 3.1. In Table 3.2, the main correlation shows the relationship among indicators from moderate 0.3 to strong 0.6. Thus, referring to the size of the correlation, the validity of the instrument is sufficient to meet the rules. Meanwhile, the internal consistency-based correlation test result is similar to the crouch-based alpha reliability figures between 0.73 good until 0.96 very good. The results of the Six-ware cybersecurity based qualitative and quantitative analysis are shown in the following table in Table 3.3. Discussion: the Six-ware cybersecurity framework implementation can be implemented adequately and has quite good portability with a simple calculation pattern. Analysis of indicator of all companies in the study has fulfilled the criteria of validity and reliability. From Figure 3.2, it is evident that the main problems is preparing cyber defense are budgeting and software readiness. Meanwhile, a high hardware value indicates that there is a strong dependence on hardware in preparing cybersecurity. All steps in the study at each locus take an average of 3 hours or less than 1 day. Then fact shows the portability of the Six-ware cybersecurity framework. Another finding is that the Six-ware cybersecurity framework can be developed by applying a simple mathematical correlation-based index. Conclusion: the inference of cyber defense technology based on the Six-ware cybersecurity framework through qualitative analysis states that BP Batam is very capable, Discominfo is capable, Uniba is capable except on a budget, NDP is capable only on hardware. At the same time, AirNav is not capable of all aspects. Meanwhile, based on quantitative analysis, Uniba is very ready compared to other research locations. The NDP is the weakest compared to the other research location because the budgetware aspect is deficient. In all the two analyses can be interpreted that the brainware factor is more influential than software and hardware because both factors go along with the development of technology. As a strategic area, the city of Batam has improved synergy among various government agencies as vital national objects, private companies, and educational institutions on cybersecurity in order to improve the national defense system. In the end, this research proves that the Six-ware cybersecurity framework is a measurement framework that is portable and easy to implement. Thank you very much for your great attention and goodbye.